Randy's is Toronto.
It's a cultural icon.
Then we'll miss you.
Hey, welcome to News You Can Use. I'm your host, Brandon Gonez, and I am on the iconic Eglinton Avenue West in Little Jamaica. Right behind me is a shop so many people across the city know, Randy's Takeout, also known as Randy's Patty. This place has been in operation since 1979, and heartbreaking news across the city when it was learned that Randy's Patties will be closing down officially on Saturday, February 26th. As that news break, an outcry of support and sadness amongst Torontonians because this place has been a childhood staple. In fact, even the biggest rap star in the world himself, Drake, came out and said he'd be willing to purchase Randy's to keep it alive. However, what we are learning is that there are several factors at play as to why the owners of Randy's have decided to close their doors. We also wanted to speak with the people on the streets who've come here. You can see the line, we're gonna show you, it wraps around the entire block, showing their support for Randy's and to hear from them how they are feeling about the closure of this iconic Jamaican patty shop.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about hearing that Randy's is closing?
Sad. We love it. We actually started coming here
During COVID.
Yeah, during COVID. We'll miss it.
I love the beef patties, and it's been something I've been doing since a teenager. So
Like I drive here from like 45 minutes away just
From
for
where?
these. Like East Gwillimbury. I only discovered it last year. So since then I don't go anywhere else because this is the best one I've had so far.
Wow.
So I'm very disappointed that they're closing.
I'm very sad. I've been living in this neighborhood since 1991, and
Wow.
I lived off it. Every
Yeah.
week I would buy myself a box of patties, and then my son growing up, it was great for him to run down in the neighborhood to
Yeah.
Randy's and get a $2 patty.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna miss it, and I hope maybe Drake will buy it.
I'm very sad.
Yeah.
It's part of my childhood. I used to come all the time as a kid. My daughter actually just last night, she asked me for patties and I said, no, we'll go on the weekend. And then I heard the news, so I knew I had to come right now and support, and even the staff. I know the staff for a very long time.
Many people don't know this, but Randy's is actually owned by 3 brothers. Unfortunately, I should let people know Randy actually passed away in 2018, but his son Scott, he spoke with me and shared details of why they have decided to close the business. He says the 2 other brothers are too ill and are too old to take on the business. So he himself had to leave his career and come back here to ensure that Randy's would still be in operation. But he said that there were several factors that began to take effect for their decision to close their doors. One of them being all this construction on Eglinton. As you know, they've been building this LRT for several years, and he says this entire neighborhood has been devastated. In fact, he also points to Metrolinx. In fact, he had a very, very strong comment saying that Metrolinx has destroyed this neighborhood. On top of all of that, another issue, which we all know, has been COVID. The pandemic has severely affected their supply chain, and it also increased costs for their products dramatically. One of the things that Scott tells me is that Randy's prides itself on fresh ingredients and making their patties fresh. And he said they were not going to compromise on the quality. And when you take in all those factors into effect, he says, listen, he wasn't born into this to run the business. He's doing it because there's nobody else to do that. Now, he also said this, they're not saying that Randy's is gonna close forever. What they want to do is close the doors temporarily, reassess the business, and hopefully be able to reopen in the future. You know, one of the reasons they pointed to why they're closing is because of the construction on Eglinton. You're nodding your head like,
Yeah.
you know about all of this, eh?
Yeah, my uncle owned Fisher's Fisher Shop, and he also owned some of the apartments right above.
Yeah.
And he had to sell because of the LRT construction and just the community changing as a whole. So, not very happy about it. You
think the city failed in trying to preserve this neighborhood?
I do, and I really hope it doesn't turn into condos. I mean, I love this street. I love this area, yeah.
What do you feel like Randy's means to Toronto?
Randy's is Toronto.
I mean, there's a reason why they've been open for over 40 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a cultural icon, not just to Little Jamaica, but I think to the city at large.
Since you've been coming here since you were young, what do you think this means for the city?
Well, it's going to be a very big loss for the city, very big loss for this community. I mean, I've seen throughout the years, my whole childhood, this community changing. They were a staple.
Any last message about your love for Randy's?
Thank you for all your years. I have many childhood memories here, and I hope the owners all the best, and we'll miss you.
Hey BG Squad, thanks so much for checking out our channel, and listen to this, we have more great content for you, like this video right here and this video right here. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to this channel right now and tap that notification bell.